everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Misty with A Unique Treasure, and today what we are gonna do is I'm doing, well, actually every month what I'll be doing is a series or several videos for a group that I belong to, and it will be on basic embellishing, page layouts, different techniques on different types of materials and things like that. So today though, I'm going to be using something I got a long time ago. I just have not been able to get to it yet. I have a video on Melody Made Boutique Fancy Flows, and I did purchase one of them, and it was from Stamperia, and it's the old lace. And that's what you see. Well, you don't see it because it's not in the camera. This is what we're going to be working on today. We're going to be taking these two pieces from the old lace collection, and we're going to be doing embellishing on them so that um, give you some inspiration, hopefully, on what you can do with these pages that have these beautiful things on them. And what I like to do is bring them to life. So you'll see, I do have a video where I showed the entire kit that that I purchased from her, that she puts together. And what she does is she takes a Stamperia paper pack, in this case the old lace paper pack, and she will take certain pages out, cut certain pages, things from certain pages, and then she includes beautiful embellishments. If I had it at the tip of my hands, I actually put together a little tiny, sorry, I'm real close to you guys, not tiny so much, but something here with a lot of things in it to use for the projects I'm going to be doing with y'all. And this is also one of the things that she gives. So, you know, when you look at the kit and the price, you're not buying just paper, you're buying fabrics and laces and all these cute little things here. And there was more in here that's not in here now, but um, let me get my hands out of the way. You see those itty bitty tiny beads? You know, these chipboard pieces, and you know, just ball pens and just really cute things. And so when you purchase a fancy flow, that is the kind of stuff that you'll get. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to do pages together, and we are going to end up, I don't know how long it will take, end up doing a complete journal together. But it's not so much about how to do a journal as it is the embellishment parts. I must have got two from her because I have, whoops, there's a little tiny bead, because I have two of these. So I think this comes in the one, I don't know, but this part here is so tiny here, I figured I'll show both of them to you. So melodymade.com, go to her fancy flows and you'll see several there. The old lace, I had to have it when I saw it. So I was just really super excited, and I thought that I would start with this on her channel. So let's go ahead and get moving on. What we're going to do is, this is one of the signatures that will be, I just threw this together actually. It will be the one we're going to be working on. I'm not going to do this every single time because there's other things I want to do and techniques I want to show you. So we'll just go back to this periodically and do pages together and eventually finish. These are just some of the things and papers I decided. This did not come in the kit. I grabbed this, and this did not come in the kit. Obviously, this didn't come in the kit. No, not obviously, because it could have. But I'm going to do something with this paper bag to show you. And we'll be using different elements I don't have in here right now to give you some creativity of using things that you might have around the house. And I'm sorry if I'm moving my camera on y'all. And this is just like tea-dye line paper and a basic tea-dye paper. And I just, again, this was a piece from what the other one I cut off. And let's see, we're going to be using some of the cutouts, die cuts. If you don't have them, it doesn't matter. You can always use something else. I thought, well, okay, this was a scrap piece of paper. I'm going to do something with this. And I thought, how cute would that be? With that, let me get my video up here. the video quality will be getting better as I go along. I don't want to get into that and waste time now. So, you know, that's just some of the things I threw together here. I did grab some graph paper, and I'll probably have some other papers in here. I threw this in here because I wanted to use this too. And then I have tons of laces and bowls, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you so much. I'm a lace junkie. So I do have a lot of lace. Okay, so the first thing I want to do though is take a piece of one of these papers. I'm just going to grab a piece here. And I like using gesso. I got this technique from Artie Mays. She uses it a lot and I love it. And it really does something for the page when you do it. We usually use a credit card, you know, like an old credit card or the ones they send you in the mail. But I don't have it handy, I don't believe. Let me just check one other spot. I have so much on this table. I have 4 journals going right now besides this one. And let's see. Okay, I don't see it right offhand, so I'm going to try to use a brush, which I have not used, so this will be new for me because I like to have that. I like to have that other look that the credit card gives you. But let's see what I can do with the brush. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do both pages. I just went a little bit here, and the brush isn't doing too bad actually, and it seems to be less, whoops, just hit you guys, sorry, and seems to be less mess than what I like to do. I'm definitely a messy crafter. I don't mind it. I like it, and I like a, whoops, I like a lot of things around myself. Okay, now I've returned and the gesso is done on both sides, and I love the way that looks. Most of the time I will at this point do some stamping for a background, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is just layer lace now here. I love lace, of course. I said that in the beginning. And then we're going to, I'm going to quickly do that. And then after I do that, I'm going to set this aside and we are going to do our embellishments. Okay? So here we go. I am going to take these pieces here, which I love, they're gorgeous. And I am going to start with this one here and get my glue out. And I'm going to create a pocket, but not up here, of course. And I'm just going to put some glue down, just this. And I like to take my finger, or if you have a sponge, because I don't like thick lines. And because this glue most of the time will go ahead and just roll off your fingers anyways. And then since my edges are not cut straight, I go ahead and place it where I want it. And a lot of times I like it to peek over the top so that it will show above. And I didn't do it too much, but you'll be able to see a little bit peeking over the top, so it'll show when the book is closed. And you can do it to your taste, you know, whatever you like, how much, how little, not at all. Let me see what I was going to do here. I definitely want the bottom to hang out some. You guys can't see that, sorry. Start doing everything up there. And I know that this has a scalloped edge. I might put this up here instead of meeting it there and leave a little gap to create the pocket space. So I think that's super pretty the way that is. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now the trick to making everything look just gorgeous is to layer. You know, more is actually better, and I am usually the opposite. If I could talk, I am a blank canvas kind of girl. Less is more with me, but not in this instance because I had to study other videos to find out why do I love their stuff so much and why am I not creating that. You see how that over the edge just kind of gives it a little bit more? And it's because I wasn't layering enough. I wasn't going the extra step and willing. I did not have the willingness to cover up my, designs underneath or the fabric. I just, everything has such great value to me, and it still does. But if I want what I want, then I have to do what others have done and learn from them. And that would be, let me make sure this is good. Kind of pull up on everything. Now I have my pocket here, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom here. So nothing falls out of the bottom. Let me pull this back up. The camera situation is not the greatest right now, but it's okay. We'll get through this together. And then I need my scissors. Here we go. So I'm going to flip this over so I can see the sides here. I hope y'all can hear me because my computer is to the side of me and maybe I need to speak up. So if you couldn't hear me earlier, I do apologize. Like I said, this is a temporary setup for me still. It's not permanent. And we are almost done. And go straight down. Here we go. I cut this little curlicue off here. All right. So now we have our beautiful, oh, I gotta do this other side, lace. I just think that's so pretty. I love it. Finish the sides here and this edge. My scissors, I think, could use some sharpening. A lot of sewing machine stores will sharpen your scissors. You don't have to keep buying them. It usually costs anywhere between $5 and $10, $12 depending on your scissors, and it's well worth it. All right, look how gorgeous that is. Okay, so ladies, I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and bring out the project of the embellishments. Okay, now that I set aside the beautiful lace paper, this one, we are going to start on the embellishments for that page. And I just want to do some things to put into that pocket that we created. And now I'm going to use this. It does have glue on it. I started this video more than once. And we are going to do the layering process. I love using this kit because, and showing y'all, because you will see all the layers here that's going on. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add lace. And I did not dye this lace, so it's not going to be coffee stained. It is bright white, and it's okay. We're going to do that first. So let me go ahead and put all the glue over this here. Now, I do not like lines, so it's a good habit for me, myself, to always smear the glue. And I keep baby wipes by me to make sure that I can clean my hands. And also that glue you can do, like that. It's a little cold here in Florida, actually, believe it or not. And the cold is making it not curl up so much. However, so now that I have the glue down, I want to go ahead, and I hope I have the correct pieces, because a lot of times I cut things. And I'm going to put this here. So, use your kits that are like this to go ahead and take real things, the real lace, the real pearls, the real stuff, and put it, practice with this to go ahead and you learn layering skills is what I'm trying to say. And if you can't, this is not the piece I use because this is too short. So I think I'm going to have to use this and make up for it. So you'll see I'm going to leave the top short because I'm going to do something else with the top, and it will cover that. So we have this down. So the next piece, which I don't want to cover up those pearls, so I'm going to overlap this actually. Since I'm going to do that, let me do this here. Okay. I want to stay on the lace. Let's see, now that I did that. Wow, I have 4 journals going, and I wanted to make this video because we're making an impromptu trip. We are going on a trip tomorrow, and so I have 24 hours to get ready. Okay, and so now the next thing I'm going to do is there was a little piece of paper here, and I'm making up my little piece of paper, and I'm going to stick it here. And then there was the twine. We're going to do the twine next. And this is just a wonderful thing because this is how what I call warm up the pages. I like warming up the pages in my journals by using the gesso and then stamping or stencils and then putting on ephemera or pockets. I just love that look. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what that was that I was missing. And that's what it was. I just wasn't layering enough, you know, in my journal. So I learned, and now people really enjoy my journals much more. Okay, so here's my sticky finger mess. Let me go ahead and get this taken care of real quick. Try to help my little fingers here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, the next thing is the bow. And I'm going to glue this up really good. Now the bow was upside down in the picture, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want it upside down. So I am going to take this and try my best to make this work like the picture did. Okay. And if you look at each individual piece, you might not like it, but when you do the full picture and you just keep layering, it always turns out absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. And what I want to do, which I'm going to change myself, is I'm going to add a hole because I want to throw beads. And I'm using this. Okay. Because I want to throw some beads around the top, but I want to tie them on the edges because I don't like just to stick a card. This is just a plain hole punch right here, ladies, that I'm going to do. A plain card. I want my beads to hang. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is go back to I'm going to re-glue this. I'm going to take these beads out. I've got a bunch of fake beads here. Pearls. Let me find the end. Here we are. And I know that I was thinking about these beads are hard to work with because they're super fake. They're not good quality. And once I get rid of these, I'm going to definitely have something. So I want this. I'm going to tie this here for at least now, because I can always add lace to it. Little lace pieces. You see how much better that's going to be. But I need this to be around this way so that I can run this way. That's not going to work for me. So not everything turns out exactly perfectly right as planned. So let me go back here. I thought I'd be able to do it that way, but I can't. And and I'm going to do this every time. I'm not going to have this perfectly planned, okay? And that way we can do it like use in real life, you know. I love those beautiful videos where everything is perfectly done, but you guys if you have problems, you know, it's not fair that you don't see that we have problems too. I don't want to keep doing this over and over and over again. And it's, you know, you think there's something wrong with what you're doing because it's not perfect the first time. And that's not how this works out. You know, I do sell my journals. Um, I do have a very good customer who is a repeat customer of mine, and she's a friend now. I consider her a friend now, not just because she's a customer, but you know, you meet people in this industry and you get to know each other, and you can't help but become friends. Um, there's a lot of decent people in this industry, and it's a lot of fun. So there's that one. And I think I'm going to go ahead and continue it around. I could drop some lace down there. Maybe I will. Let's just keep going on with this one. If this video gets to be too long, I won't do the second one. I'll do the second one the next go around. And we will just continue to do these things together and learn together, right? And so let me, hold on one moment. Okay, so this is another thing that you guys can see. My mother and I went through and we have wide boards and we have small boards and even smaller boards than this. This is how we're doing our lace, and we actually have a chest of, there's another name for it and I can't remember what she called it, and I've actually never heard it before, the name of these drawers. But it's like a dresser drawers, and they're called something else. And when you open it up, all the drawers, you will see just tons of lace cards, and it's just beautiful, and it makes me super happy. And we are very fortunate that my husband buys and sells antiques, because he goes on these calls and we find all kinds of things. And then there's a lot of bought things too. So, however, I'm just going to grab this little piece of lace, and you'll notice white background, off-white, like creamy yellow, creamy yellow. So it's going to blend it all in, and it's just going to be fantastic. And this is just real exciting to me because nobody's ever really showed me this. You know, I had to, like I said, study hours and hours of videos to try to figure out what was I doing wrong, when if I had somebody teaching me, my friend, when I was 6, she got me into painting. It was just really incredible how it all came around, and that's another story in itself. And she wasn't a painter, so to speak, herself, but she does fantastic abstracts now. And I'm a different type of painter. I don't do abstracts. And I can hear her in my head when I was trying to do an abstract, and that's what I use with this now. She always says, when I show her, look what I've done when I was painting abstract or trying to, she was like, all right, that's great, now go add more. So that's the way I feel about, you know, showing you guys this is just figure out where you can add more and add more. And you know, I know you don't have to go too nuts, you know, don't completely stack it to where we're 3 inches thick and lace, but and now I have so much glue on my fingers, this is not working out for me, so give me one moment. Okay, that feels so much better. Nice clean hands again. I've not usually had that problem. Always smear my glue with my fingers and roll it right off. Maybe because it's chilly here and I got the windows open. Not sure. But anyways, I'm good to go now. And let me just find my... Oh, you know what? You see what I did? I just completely forgot to lay this down, and I want it, so oh, I wonder what would happen. No. No, let's just lift this up. Okay, let's put this down. And now I want to put this down. Here we go. I'm going to have to add more glue, even though the glue's trying to stick to my fingers again. So yeah, this is awesome. I am happy. This is looking so pretty. And hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay. And then now, I did snip my finger, darn it. Should I've taken it out. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to get another little piece of lace so we can pull it out. You know how you've seen those before? Those lace pieces. Alright, so I'm going to cut this off. There's about a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right about there. And then let's get a little lace piece. And let's see. I decided to go ahead and use the same color lace that was on the bottom here. And that way you'll have something to, you know, grab a hold of. And normally I will tell you, when I do my journals, I normally will do the front and back of a card. As far as this piece here on top, I do like to grab it. I like the feel of that thickness. I feel like it's quality. And one other thing I like to do is I like to stick a little glue on these beads so that they don't come undone. Because this glue does dry clear. Just don't put it on the main part on the outside. Pull it a little bit so the glue goes in there and it does not come undone, but you can't tell. You see that? Okay. And pull this up a little bit. I want this up a little bit more. Pull this over that edge there. Wow, I really got a lot of glue on my fingers. Okay. I think with everything, all the mistakes that I made, that this turned out pretty good. And you see, this is the back, and it's going to be a gray journaling card on the back here. However, I do really want to go back. Maybe I'll just do it while I have y'all on camera. And give me one moment. I'm going to be out of frame for a second, maybe. No, I'm not. Oh, that's good. I like to match it up. And let's see about doing that. I like to have this on here just like so. And match it up. And there you go. So I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, I am actually. I have a flower to put on here. Let me see if I can find it now that I pulled all this extra stuff out that I wasn't planning on. One second here. Here it is. Let's see if we like it. Look, here's all my cut pieces of stuff that I was supposed to use. That's so funny. Okay, this actually is supposed to go here. Let me smash up. I can't do it. This is supposed to go here on top of the bow. Let's just do it. It's supposed to go on here, so let's do it. And I'm going to hold it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. Now these are not flat little flowers, so this is very high off of it. Very dimensional. And when this all dries, it will go super pretty in this page. Now I did plan on having two, but this video has kind of gone long. But it will go in here when it is dry. So we just did a journal page together. We put together, and I will go back and ink this, ladies. I always like ink. I don't know what it is. I love to ink, and I didn't ink it. I will lightly go back and ink it. I'm not going to come fully into this page with it, but I really think that turned out good. I hope that you enjoyed this video. These will get greater and greater as I go along with you. We're going to be learning different techniques. One of the things that we'll be doing is um, this type of thing. This was a eyeglass case, and I was going to a steampunk show, and I made a bunch of these. This particular one is mine. This one I actually have little crochet needles in there when I was trying to, oh, it's Guess. This is a Guess, my Guess glasses, which I don't have anymore. Um, and this is a super easy, great, fun technique. I don't know if y'all can see my dragonfly over here and the raised stencils. These are just stencils that we had that we got from like Hobby Lobby or somewhere. And a bunch of tape, and it's a process, and it's an easy process. So I have jars, I have stuff when I used to do steampunk stuff too. However, thank you again for joining me. I hope that you got everything that you were hoping to get out of this, and you ladies have a wonderful day. And Happy New Year. Bye-bye.